going on YouTube? It's TyBrezzy, and today we're reacting to the Ja Morant era is officially over by Uncut Hoops. Now, Uncut Hoops usually has some pretty decent takes. I got a sneaky suspicion this one's gonna be some shit.
Who do they need to make the face of the league? Who should Stephen A be talking about day by day? Is Ja Morant? Can Ja Morant become one of those guys in Memphis?
In general, I think our advice to the league would be just put all of your stuff behind Ja right now.
It's a good bet.
So, Sel, can Ja Morant be the face of the league?
Yes, he can, and yes, he will become.
He is one of the best players in the league. He is top 10,
Correct.
and he still has a legit chance to be that guy for the entire NBA if he continues.
Nobody want to give, man. Anthony Edwards. And look at Memphis. Memphis, what, number 2?
Largest playoff win in franchise history, largest Game 1 win in NBA playoff history.
It's over.
That has nothing to do with it. Because by this logic, Karl Malone and the Jazz was some shit.
Go home.
Ja Morant, less than 3 years ago, made his first All-Star game with second-team All-NBA, averaging 27 points per game, and led his Memphis team to a franchise-best 56 wins. Ja Morant at that point was a viral superstar, taking over the NBA.
Takes a 3-2 lead in this opening round series. Morant, rebound by Adams, his 6th. Morant blows by Primo. Attack! Nice pick by Anderson. Morant leaves it, give it right back. Morant. Oh, my goodness!
Not bad.
Back then for Ja Morant, his approval rating was damn near perfect. He was a young player, flashy, exciting, his team was winning, and they had some edge. Ja at that point was set up to be a future pillar of the NBA and quite possibly the face of the league. And the game for me where Ja Morant kind of put himself on the map, as a legit mega superstar, was Game 2 versus the Warriors in 2022. Ja Morant in this game had 47 points, took over, got the W to tie the series 1-1.
He was special.
Ja Morant in Game 2 versus the Warriors had never been better, and since then has not been better. As looking at that very same series, just 2 games later, Ja Morant would get hurt, leave that game, and miss the rest of the series. At that point, Memphis, they were effectively cooked. Their season was over. Ja's career post-2023 has stagnated, spiraled, and dropped off tremendously. And looking at his Grizzlies team, this year versus the Thunder, it's an absolute bloodbath.
In NBA history. Ja Morant zigzags to the cup. Holmgren got a piece. Marvin Bagley Jr. into the game. Jaren Jackson back in as well.
Scoring his 20th point. Back-to-back buckets. And Memphis has to go to this Jaren Jackson, Ja Morant.
Damn! Oklahoma City this series, they looked invigorated, hyped up, tons of energy. What they look like is Memphis 3 years ago. Memphis nowadays looks depressed, uninspired, like they're running in quicksand. This Memphis team next year, their quote-unquote big 3 of Jackson, Bane, Ja Morant, that's not going to be together next season. I can guarantee you that. But the big-time question is, which of those guys is leaving? If you ask me who I'd send off, it's actually Ja Morant. And hear me out. If Ja's your number 1, your superstar player, franchise cornerstone, where does that get you?
1, 2, 3.
For a championship player, legit number 1 option, the baseline requirement for that player is to be available, play games, and healthy for their team as much as possible. Ja Morant can't even do that. This guy's in.
Yo, okay, yeah, the take is getting worse and worse by the minute. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. it's getting worse.
Injuries, they're not really big-time injuries to take you out for months at a time. Ja's injuries are knick-knack injuries, like a finger, a pulled muscle, hamstring, shoulder. Just these nagging injuries that go on all.
As a basketball player, hamstring is not a ticky-tack injury. It's not. I'm sorry. If you think a hamstring is a joke injury, then you've never played basketball a day in your life.
Season. And looking at Ja's past 3 seasons, 2025, only 50 games. The previous year, 9 games due to suspension, but also injury. And 2023, only 61. The most games Ja's ever played in a season came back in 2020, his rookie season. This guy routinely doesn't crack 50 games, 60 games, and never has cracked 70. For a franchise superstar, that's simply unacceptable. And if you want to talk stunted growth, look at Memphis and New Orleans. With their
I'm telling you, I'm about to hit dislike on this video.
2 best players always being hurt, always being injured.
I'm not even a Ja Morant fan now.
The team around them, those guys are always in limbo. Some nights playing 30 minutes per game, then the next night only playing 15. If you want to build continuity to be a championship team, you can't have your role players or co-stars one night taking 10 shots, the next night 20 shots, then back to 10, and then 20 shots for 2 months. When you do that, the rhythm of the team gets completely thrown off. With Ja Morant as the number 1 option, that's a virtual guarantee every single season.
Guarantee!
And looking at Ja's actual game, when it comes to his biggest weakness, some might say defense. And look, I get it. He's slim, slender, doesn't really provide much resistance. I understand that. But for me, Ja's biggest weakness as an individual is actually his jump shot. And looking at this year's playoffs, they're daring him to shoot threes and shoot anything outside the paint. And of course, Ja this postseason has failed miserably.
Shot clock at 5 for Memphis. Deep 3, and it's an air ball from.
Problem is, he got a loading jump shot. He brings it down and it's not fluid.
Morant.
Oh, but it just shows the depth of the Thunder.
Morant misfires deep 3.
And then quickly attacking once it comes out to the perimeter.
Hell no!
And looking at Ja's numbers over his career off pure just jump shots, 2020, 41%, 21, 36, 2022, 38%, 23, the exact same thing, and then 25, a tick lower. Ja Morant as a jump shooter has gotten worse the longer he's played.
He's a
As a
slasher.
perimeter player or guard,
He's like
in that
Westbrook.
36-38% range, that's pretty dreadful. If Ja had a legit jump shot, not even just a 3-point shot, but a mid-range game where he could pull up, shoot that elbow jumper, that would help his game infinitely. Of course, makes him harder to guard, but health-wise,
Let me look at this real fast. I just need to. I just need to see. I just need to see. Okay, usually it jumps down, but it did not. So I guess I gotta. No, see. What is he basing that shot off of? Field goal percentage by distance. 10 to 16 feet, 44. Then 26. He was hurt that year, so they don't count. So 40, 45, 46, 38, 43, 46. What are we basing the jump shot? Like, what range is we basing that jump shot off of?
will be a big time benefit. Ja's game right now, he has really two guys. That would help his game 3-point shot range. That's pretty dreadful. If Ja had a legit jump shot, not even just a 3-point shot, but a mid-range game where he could pull up, shoot that elbow jumper, that would help his game infinitely.
All right, people. Y'all heard that. Now, Ja Morant, jump shot by year, 10 to 16 feet, mid-range. 2020, 46%. 2021, 43%. 2022, 38%. 2023, 46%. And this season, 2025, 45%. this mid-range elbow take that he just had was fucking terrible. Okay, I just wanna I wanna add this to this video too. According to NBA.com, shooting by zone, Ja Morant from the elbow, from mid-range, shot 47.8%. 47.8%. In this very playoff run, Ja Morant, 3.3 mid-range field goals attempted per game. 50%. See, sometimes people, you just gotta look at numbers before you come out with your takes, you know. That's all you gotta do, man. Just look at some numbers before when you think something is one way, you should go out of your way to try to prove that with real numbers. 2023, 42% from mid-range. Awful. Brother, you should have looked at some numbers before you made this video.
Of course, makes him harder to guard, but health-wise, really a big-time benefit. Ja's game right now, he has really two go-tos. The first go-to, attack, straight to the rim. Of course, doing that, some big-time highlights and dunks, and acrobatic layups. But of course, the downside, given Ja's frame, hits the ground routinely, takes tons of punishment. For guys at Ja's stature in their mid-20s, they can do that almost every night. But of course, as they progress, get older, taking that contact, that punishment,
He's
it breaks
25.
them down season by season and game by game. Now, looking back at this year's postseason, when it comes to Ja versus SGA, right now this debate, it's non-existent.
SGA is playing like fucking shit.
Far better player on both ends, more efficient, better jump shooter.
Okay. Let's look at some shade numbers for this playoffs. Just gonna look for the playoffs, man. Just for the playoffs. Where is it at? Where is shooting? Alright, now let me go to the playoffs, because he said playoffs. 10 and 16. Oh, shit. I ain't gonna cap that nigga butter. What the hell? I mean, you can't foul the nigga, so guess you got me there. Not really. But 46%. They shooting the same percent from what? In fact, hold on. Let me 40, 45, 46. 46, 43, 46. Oh shit. Wait, nigga, in the playoffs, 50%, 72% this year. Right.
Really better at everything except flashy highlights. 3 years ago, it was the exact opposite. And comparing both these players, their offensive values, I think it is pretty shocking. Look at Memphis with Ja on the court. Their offensive rating is 118, nearly dead 4. Off the court, 10 times more valuable offense.
See, stuff like this, I don't get into on-off stats for real, because if you watch these teams play and you see, oh, they only play this guy with the rest of the starters, and then they play somebody like Ja Morant with a lot of the bench guys, what do you expect?
Then Ja Morant, chip player worth $60 million every single season, franchise cornerstone that everyone's behind.
Yeah, this is
being rational. Ja Morant is not a championship player if that's your goal. Want to sell tickets, have a good time, win 48, 50 games a season, Ja will do that for you. But if titles are the goal, what you got to do right now is move Ja Morant. Ja's value right now is still relatively high. In 2 years' time, who knows what it will be. And looking at the entire NBA right
yeah, this is Uncut's worst video. I ain't gonna lie. This is just pure hate, no facts. I actually got leave a dislike on it. It's so bad. Yeah. This is easily your worst video. Lies and or misinformation. I'm not even a Ja Morant fan. I don't give a fuck about the Grizzlies. Just, this is crazy. This is crazy. All right, y'all.